In today's world, it's become increasingly difficult to escape social media. We're all guilty of it. Whether it's scrolling through our feeds during work hours or mindlessly checking our notifications when we should be resting, the impact of social media on our lives is undeniable. The more time we spend on these platforms, the more we risk valuable moments and opportunities. Now, you might wonder why this topic is so crucial. After all, social media is meant to be an enjoyable and convenient way to connect with others, right? Well, it can be, but it's essential to recognize the flip side. Spending excessive time on social media can have significant effects on our lives. First and foremost, it diminishes our productivity. How many times have you found yourself distracted by a post, a message, or a video when you should have been working on a project or studying? The constant pull of social media often leaves us with half-finished tasks and missed opportunities. Beyond productivity, it also takes on our mental health. Scrolling through images of others' seemingly perfect lives can lead to feelings of inadequacy and anxiety. Social media can foster unhealthy comparisons which can lead to depression. Moreover, the addiction to these platforms can leave us distracted. It's not uncommon to see people glued to their screens in social settings, ignoring the real-world interactions happening around them. This detachment from the present moment can damage our relationships and lead to a sense of isolation. That's why we are going to discuss 7 rules that will empower you to regain control over your social media usage and free yourself from its negative consequences. Rule number 1. Set a timer. The first rule we'll explore is simple yet incredibly effective: setting a timer. This straightforward practice can work wonders in making you aware of how much time you're spending on social media. Now, you may be wondering, what's the right amount of time? Well, the answer can vary from person to person, but the key is to set a limit that works for you. Start with a goal of 30 minutes or less per day and challenge yourself to stick to it. Remember, it's not about completely avoiding social media. It's about setting boundaries and recognizing when you've spent too much time on it. A few brief check-ins during the day are perfectly acceptable, but falling into the black hole of endless scrolling is what we aim to avoid. Setting a timer serves as a reminder that time is precious, and it encourages you to spend it wisely. So, give it a try and see how it transforms your relationship with social media. Rule number 2, delete distracting apps. The second rule is a proactive step to minimize distractions. If you find yourself spending an excessive amount of time on specific social media apps, it's time to take control. Deleting them from your phone or computer can be a game changer. The idea behind this rule is to make it less tempting to check these apps continuously. When they're not available on your device, you'll be less likely to open them. But what apps should you keep, and which ones should you remove? It's a personal decision. Consider keeping only the social media apps that genuinely add value to your life or bring you joy. The rest can be removed. And remember, it's not a permanent decision. If you ever feel the need to reinstall these apps, you can do so, but be mindful of your usage. By taking control of the apps on your devices, you're putting yourself in the driver's seat when it comes to your social media consumption. You'll find it much easier to resist the pull of these platforms when they're not just a tap away. Rule number 3, turn off notifications. Now, let's tackle one of the most insidious distractions: notifications. They have a way of hijacking our attention, pulling us away from what we should be doing, whether it's work, spending quality time with loved ones, or simply enjoying a moment of peace. To regain control, I encourage you to turn off notifications from your social media apps. This small but powerful action can make a world of difference in your day-to-day life. You might be worried about missing out on important updates or messages. Rest assured, you can still manually check your social media accounts whenever it's convenient for you. By doing so, you shift the power from the notifications. You decide when to engage with social media, rather than letting it dictate your schedule. This simple change can lead to a significant reduction in distractions, allowing you to focus on what truly matters in the present moment. Whether it's completing a task, enjoying a meal with loved ones, or immersing yourself in a hobby, you'll find that turning off notifications empowers you to be more present. Remember, the world won't end if you don't immediately respond to every notification. Your time and attention are valuable resources, and it's crucial to use them wisely. Rule number 4, be mindful of your usage. Now that we've addressed external distractions, let's turn our attention inward. When you do find yourself using social media, it's essential to be mindful of how you're spending your time. Are you scrolling through your feed mindlessly, absorbing information without truly engaging? Or are you actively interacting with content and people that genuinely matter to you? Here's a practical tip. Every 20 to 30 minutes, take a short break from social media. Stretch your legs, grab a glass of water, or indulge in a quick, enjoyable activity. This pause allows you to recenter yourself and evaluate how you're utilizing your time. Being present in the moment is a gift we often overlook. By being mindful of your social media usage, you can appreciate the real world around you. Whether it's the beauty of nature, the warmth of human connection, or the satisfaction of completing a task, these moments are the true treasures of life. Remember, it's not about completely eliminating social media from your life. It's about using it consciously and in moderation. As we move forward, remember that you have the power to reclaim your time and live a more fulfilling life. Rule number 5, find other ways to spend your time. Now, let's explore a crucial step in breaking free from the grasp of social media, finding alternative ways to invest your time. It's essential to discover activities that bring you joy, fulfillment, and a sense of purpose. Consider taking a moment to create a list of things you genuinely enjoy doing. These could be hobbies you used to love, activities that have always attracted you, or opportunities to connect with loved ones. Challenge yourself to engage in at least one of these activities each day. Remember, life is too short to waste precious moments on things that don't nourish your soul. By actively seeking out experiences that bring you happiness, you'll not only reduce your dependence on social media, but also enrich your life in ways you never thought possible. Rule number 6, don't compare yourself to others. One of the most powerful lessons we can learn in our journey to free ourselves from the clutches of social media is the importance of avoiding comparison. It's easy to fall into the trap of measuring our worth against the images and stories we encounter online. Yet, we must remind ourselves that each person's path is uniquely their own. Comparing your journey to someone else's is similar to comparing apples and oranges. It's a fruitless exercise that only serves to diminish your sense of self-worth. Instead, focus on your own goals and accomplishments. Celebrate your victories, no matter how small they may seem. Embrace your individuality and be grateful for the progress you've made on your own path. As you let go of the need to compare, you'll find a newfound sense of liberation and self-assurance. You are enough just as you are, and your journey is valid and meaningful. Rule number 7, take breaks from social media. Finally, let's touch on the importance of periodically stepping away from social media. It's crucial to give yourself the gift of a digital detox, allowing your mind and soul to recharge. I encourage you to set aside at least one day each week to disconnect from social media. Use this time to engage with the world around you, whether it's spending quality moments with loved ones, immersing yourself in a creative endeavor, or simply relishing in the tranquility of solitude. And remember, it's perfectly acceptable to extend these breaks if you feel the need. Your well-being should always take priority. By regularly taking time away from social media, you'll find that you gain a clearer perspective on what truly matters in life. You'll cherish the genuine connections and experiences that enrich your existence, rather than being ensnared in the digital realm. As we draw near the conclusion of our journey to reclaim our time and energy from the grips of social media, I want to leave you with a powerful reminder. You are in control of your own time, and you have the power to choose how you spend it. By embracing these 7 rules, you've embarked on a path of self-empowerment and mindfulness. You've learned how to set boundaries, minimize distractions, and prioritize genuine connections. Through these actions, you've taken a significant step towards leading a more fulfilling and intentional life. Remember, this is not about completely abstaining from social media, but rather about using it consciously and intentionally. Each day is an opportunity to choose experiences that align with your values and aspirations. You have the power to invest your time in activities that bring you joy, nurture your relationships, and enrich your soul. And I encourage you to share the wisdom you've gained today with your friends and family. Together, we can create a community that supports one another in our quest for a more balanced and meaningful existence. Remember, you are capable of great things, and your time is a precious gift. Choose to spend it in ways that bring you true happiness and fulfillment. May your path be filled with purpose, joy, and genuine connections. Thank you, and stay blessed.